Hello, this is Christine speaking, and I'm just going to demonstrate my skills in using Moodle. So the first thing I'm going to do, you can see up the top here, I've used the one topic format. Usually when I'm editing I have topics format, and the way I change it is first I turn on the editing so that I have the settings tab block becomes available. I'm going to edit the settings and I'm going to change it to topics, so that when I do the editing, you'll be able to see that. I've got a number of weeks there to 14. I'm actually going to change that to 5. I'm going to have 5, and those are the only ones that are going to be visible for students. Anything that's underneath those 5 would be called orphan activities, and therefore would not be able to be seen. As you can see, this is my sandpit, so I use this one for experimenting and for training. Now you'll see that this is all broken down into panels. This is the first panel, which is panel 0, and it will go topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, and so forth. Now to change the topics, we click on the pencil, and the pencil will allow us to take off the default, and we actually could give it a name. So I'll call that one training and save. So now you can see the name has changed in the block. So if I was using this in a topics format, I could then use the pencil and tell the students what I want them to do. So this Okay, so I've just said something there, complete the activity in the forum. So I've got a chat room there, I've got a student forum, student glossary, I've got a quiz, and I've got assessments. These are all I've created, wikis, and these ones are YouTube videos that have been linked from Quella. So I think something's wrong with that one, but it won't worry about that. I'll just delete those. So I can delete any of those resources that I want to. So to create any of these activities, I just use add an activity or resource, and at the first top I've got all the activities, and the activities, when I click on them, that actually gives me a really detailed description of what it is. Like for instance a chat room, it gives me a description of what it is, and some of the suggestions of how it could be used, which I think is fantastic because it really gives teachers an idea of how to do it outside the box. You will see the first section is activities and the last section is resources. So this is where you can create electronic books, web pages, labels, which are great for dividing up your content, and folders and URLs, all sorts of things. I'll just create a page here and I'll show you how that works, and by clicking on add, and I can give the page a name. So I'll put this my web page, just so I will use the capitals. A bit of a description. Now this actually shows up in your web page, so it's good to have like an introduction there. This can be the content, and the content can be pictures, links to YouTube and so forth. So I'll just put in here I might include an image. Find an image. Now it's very, very important that you reduce the size of your images so that, and I've got reduced ones here, so I'll use I'll use the QR code one. Reduce the size of images so they don't take a lot of download on your students, because some of them may not have very good connections. So I'll save and display, and that will show a bit of text, an image, and that image has been reduced for the web. So just clicking back to the home of the course, that web page is my web page here, and I can click on it and it will open it up. Now I can actually link that web page within the text if I want to by just copying the shortcut and hyperlinking it. I can also add labels, so I could call my labels labels, here we go. I could have communication tools. And save. So now I've got a label called communication tools. I can move resources underneath it, so I could use the forum underneath and I could use my chat underneath. So they're my communication tools and I can segregate them. I could have a label for assessments, and I'll call this one assessments, and save. And then I can drag the assessments 1, 2, oh, doesn't look like I've got a 3, but 4. And I'll probably have a quiz somewhere, so I might put that in as the 3. And that's all my assessments, and that will do. So I can make these labels, I can edit those labels and make them stand out. So at the moment they're not very prominent, so I can make them a heading 2 if I want to, and save and return to the course. It just makes them stand out a little bit more. So now I've got communication tools, which I think is a lot better, and then I'll just do the same for the assessments. So highlight the assessments, and by using one of these standards, it makes it consistent throughout your course, and you don't have to remember what font or what size you used. So now I've broken it up so that I've got some wikis here. Oh, wikis could be classed as communication tools too, couldn't they? So we could probably stick them in there too, and the wiki. So I've got a glossary here, I've got a demonstration of YouTube and my web page. So the topics is about training. Please read the materials below and complete the fun activities. So you can see I've used a few different things. I've created a page, I've created some labels, and I've moved some of the resources. I've actually changed the heading of my topic. Now there's only one other thing that I'm going to do when I finish a course. What I like to do is to use the format of one topic. So at the moment it's topics. Change it to one format and save, and what that does is actually brings up tabs at the top. So I've got introduction training, which is the one I just completed, and it has all the information there that we've just done. So, and then the other ones would have come across here. Now you notice I haven't changed those ones, but it's a quick and easy way of doing that. Just edit the settings and untick the box. I'll just go through that again. Just click on the box and then edit the settings. Oh, I'm in the wrong one there, sorry. I mean topic 3. I have to edit this one, not edit the settings. I'm going to edit the actual panel and then put the name here. And I'll call it on session 3. Alright, so you can just change it to whatever you want. It's a good idea to use sessions or topics rather than weeks, because you might change the format or you might use it another time and then you'd have to go in and change it again. Alright, that's just demonstrating embedding a YouTube video there. Okay, so that should give you an idea that I have been able to do all the necessary things. Oh, the only one other thing I noticed that I had to add a file. So if I click on here, I can upload a file. So a file would be a resource. So I can click on File, Add. Now I'll give it a name. And I can drag and drop the file, or I can choose the file. So I will find a document. I'll just go back to the desktop, and I'm sure on the University of Ballarat I've got something in there. Ballarat. Negotiated task. There you go. I'll put that in there and upload. And then I have a Word document. And save and return to course. And now that Word document is there called Extra Reading. I click on it and it opens up. And there's my negotiated task. Okay, thank you.